we were experiencing a space where we're going, Gail goes, sales are down. And what we do when we have that situation, the first thing we do is we start meditating in the mornings and in the evenings. Some of the forms, we love to meditate with the forms because they take us so deeply. And they give us, for me, I have to say, they give me such a feeling of connection and love and presence. And then it's almost like, I don't care about anything other than just this energy, this love, this presence. And then the next day, someone calls us up and says, I am doing this festival, I am doing this program, I am having these people come in, I want to support you this way, I want to do this, I love what you're doing. All those, we had several calls the next day. That's the way it works. It starts with us doing our work on the inside, and then the outside starts playing itself out naturally, as you would expect.
We've talked about this before, that energy is about flow. Energy flows. There's no stagnation. Or if there is stagnation, when you look at a stagnant pond of water, there's no life force there. You want to have flow. And so that's an important aspect of this conversation, because oftentimes in relationship to money and how we've thought about it, we've often thought about, how do I stockpile it? Or how do I get enough of something that I think I need so that I can be safe? Instead of recognizing that there is this wonderful flow that we are a part of, that we can take advantage of, that we can dip our feet into and swim into if we want to. And money is a flow. When we enable money to flow into our lives and out to others, then we are respecting what money is about. And many of us have thoughts and beliefs about money that have put all kinds of labels on it, like money being dirty, or money not being spiritual, or there's not enough money, or there's only certain people that have the money, whatever it is. There's all of these very interesting concepts. And all they are just thoughts. So my question to you is, what thoughts are you holding that don't truly serve you in this moment, in what you want to create for your life? Instead, you have the opportunity right now to get back into that flow and to create that unity. Because what money really offers us is unity. It's the ability for us to share our gifts, our services, what we feel that our creative mode is about, to share it with you, and then you share with us the benefits of what your creativity, your gifts, your work, your love is about. And that is a miraculous thing, to be in a system that enables us to be able to share the value of what we all do from all parts of the world. So when we look at money and energy as a flow, then we can redefine, we can create a new field, a new context that says, I want to play, I want to participate full on, I want to enjoy the benefits. And when we do that, then we are operating from principles of prosperity and abundance.
And when you work with money as a measure of how things are going in your life, or how the business is working that you're involved in, then it becomes something that makes more sense. It's just a measure. It's a feedback loop. It's not something that you have to go after in and of itself. It's just a reflection of how well things are going. And when things aren't going well, I talked a little earlier about how it's important to focus on what's real inside, and sometimes it's necessary to use, like some of the tools we have, to take a look from up from a higher perspective, and we look down and say, well, is there some place where things are off? Is there some place where we're blocking that flow with our emotions or our attitude or our fears or our concepts? Or are we blocking it sometimes with some of the ways we're doing things, some of the ways that we are not marketing correctly? I mean, there are all kinds of perspectives that we can have from that higher perspective that give us feedback. And then we have the energy with these tools, with sacred geometry, to be able to direct our intent, to direct our focus into the areas that need enlightening, into the areas that need expanding, into the areas that need changing and need transformation. And that's what's so powerful about working with sacred geometry in creating a life of abundance and wealth, because it flows almost naturally, that abundance and wealth, because we are ourselves coming into alignment with universe, which, as we started out at the beginning of this conversation, we said is infinite abundance. But you can't experience infinite from the 3D body. You have to move out of your body to start to touch upon infinite. It's bigger than everything, bigger than all of us.
And so, in order to be able to play with that infinite opportunity, it's so important to use our senses in an enhanced way. So, for instance, that's where intuition is so important. Awareness, alertness to what's happening. Instead of looking at, well, what do I have right now in the bank account? Or what is it that seems to appear in front of you? Your intuition takes you out of that range and starts to help you become alert to your creative self, to your soul, to the higher aspects of who you are in your connected state. So your intuition will work hand in glove with your creativity, with your new intent, and teach you what steps you can take. Now, something else that happens a lot when we're working with sacred geometry is serendipitous experiences. Because we're connected, we are able to notice that there's things that are happening that maybe we wouldn't have been aware of if we weren't being aware, or if we weren't being alert, if we weren't using our intuitive capabilities, our sensitivities. And those situations, we can read them differently. Again, it's our new perspective. Seeing something and going, wow, this is awesome. How can we play? So when we have a new conversation about our wealth and prosperity, we're playing in a whole new field. And we're also redefining, what does wealth mean? And that's a good question for you to ponder, for you to really, in a centered place, recognize, what does wealth really mean? And what do you want to create in your life? And do that from the perspective of opportunity, of abundance, of your creative spirit, which is magnificent. And also from a place of allowing. Allow universe to gift you. Allow yourself to dip into this wonderful earthly blessing that we have here.